My name is Ivan Manesis. I am from Delhi. I'm self-employed and I run a sourcing office out of Delhi. My wife is a teacher in St. Columbus School and my son works for KPMG. Prior to the incident, my spiritual life was not very good. I was totally engrossed in my business, totally engrossed in my friends. And to put it across, I was not leading a very good life. In the year 2009, my mother was diagnosed with stomach cancer, lymphoma. And I recall vividly that when I did the X-ray, the guy came and he put his hand around my shoulder and said, "Brother, 4th stage." We carried on from there. We got admitted into a cancer specialty hospital and got the treatment started. I spoke to the oncologist and he told me, listen, she has only 4 to 5 years to live. Nevertheless, we started her on chemo, very light chemo, because she was old, A, and B, she lost a lot of weight. She was only 36 kilos. And after doing these 12 rounds of very light chemo, I took permission from the oncologist that I would like to get her to Divine. Divine is not new to us because my mother was always coming to Divine. She's been here before also, especially at Pota when they had the Divine over there. And for me it was an experience because I came to Divine for the first time with my mother. Always when my mother used to tell me to come to Divine, I never came to Divine because it was too lengthy a session for me to sit through for 5 days, So that's the reason I never came to Divine. But when I came to Divine in 2010 with my mother, I was sitting at the back listening to all the testimonies. And this gave me a boost that, things can happen. Hope, I got a hope that things can happen. We anyway went through the retreat, and in between Father Augustine said that, someone's stomach cancer has been healed. I claimed it. Though I did not believe that, it would have been, my mother has been healed. And after completing the retreat, on Friday we left, we went back to Delhi, and I showed her to the oncologist. And he said, listen, that she has to do a PET scan in order for us to determine how far the cancer has spread or if it has been contained. After doing the PET scan, I got the results, and I was shocked because there was no cancer. I called up Divine, and we have Dr. Rumila over here, since I was in touch with her. So I called up and I told doctor, I said, "Doctor, I got the report, but I can't understand." She said, "Read it out to me." So I read out the report to her. She said, "Read it out again." So I read the report again out to her. And then she told me, "Ivan, no cancer." And I was very, very happy, of course, that my mother had been healed completely. And I took the reports and I ran to the oncologist and I showed it to the doctor. The doctor was also surprised, but she told me, she said, "Ivan, the cancer has a tendency of coming back. So we have to also monitor." So I said, "No issues." And after that, some 2010 onwards, we started doing these regular preventive tests, stomach ultrasound, chest x-rays, and a PET scan once a year. But all that came negative. And in the year 2016, the doctors gave me a clear check. She said, "Your mother is now cancer-free." After my mother was diagnosed with cancer in the year 2009, and when we came to Divine, when I attended Divine over here, I came to know more about my own religion, more about Jesus, because it was preached over here in detail. And I did not know anything about Jesus as much as I came to know when I came to Divine. There were things which really struck me, And of course, my spiritual life took a complete turn after that. I started going for Mass regularly. I go for Mass now every day. I don't miss Mass. I take my mother and I go for Mass every day. I say the Rosary on my way to the office. I say the Divine Chaplets on my way back from the office. The verse which really catches my attention was, "In my God I trust, I shall not fear. My God is my strength." I have to really thank our Lord Jesus for really helping me. This was indeed a great miracle which He worked in our lives. And it has really changed our concept of our God.
My name is Shree. I'm from Chennai. I'm married and have a a kid of 4.5 years old. I'm here to testify the Lord what miracles He has done in my life. I got married in 2013, November. Then we had a child in 2014, October. During I was pregnant itself, we were facing a lot of misunderstandings in the family between my husband and my in-laws and all. So it was to such an extent, like we were separated. So in 2015 onwards, we started living separately. And during this course of time, I was trying to reach out my husband, and I was not able to reach him. I happened to meet one of the auntie. So she's basically a counselor. So she brought me here. So when she was praying, that it seems that she told me that a Lord revealed your identity, to bring you to DRC. So then I was also inspired. I said, yes, I'm ready to come, because I've been, for the past 10-15 years, I wanted to come to DRC, and I never had a chance to come. So what I had in my mind is, all this while, I was going through the problems from 2015 through. So I had a back pain. I had a severe back pain. I literally can't lift my child. I literally can't bend. I literally can't sit and get up. If I have to sit and get up, I need at least 10 minutes to get up. So that was the pain after pregnancy. So that was what I was going through. So then we came in, and I just surrendered to the Lord. I said, no, this time I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask you give me the healing. I'm not going to ask you give me my husband back, heal this. So this time I want to surrender to you, Lord. This was the prayer which I started right from my house. On the second day, Maria Sangeeta spoke about the forgiveness part. So that inspired me very much. So then I decided, okay, yes, I'll have to. Then as she was talking, I used to list out the people's name, who all have hurted me. During the silent adoration on Monday, that was on Monday, the second day, I sat and I did the forgiveness process. After that, the next day was the confession. So confession again, I had done all the preparation and all, what went wrong and everything. So, and during the confession, I did the confession, and I felt so good. I felt so relieved. So on the same day, Father Augustine, celebrating the Eucharistic celebration during the Mass, Holy Mass, he lifted up the Eucharistic bread, and he says, lift up all your intentions. So this time I said, Lord, if you want to just heal my back pain, I want to worship you like with all my strength. Then I hear a voice on my right side, a whispering voice saying that I have forgiven you. Have you? I was like wondering, what is this? Where is this? Where is it coming from? I was like, I have forgiven. Have you? I was like, I have forgiven everybody, right? I was like telling it to myself. Father is lifting like this, and I'm like, where is this voice? I've forgiven everybody, right? In that list, then I realized for a moment I had not forgiven my husband. Then okay, I forgive my husband. I just this did, and I knelt down, and I got up. My back pain was totally healed after 3 years of struggle. And that was like, I could literally feel, and I just wanted to jump out of joy and all there. I was like looking around people and saying, and then that was the first healing happened. After the retreat, when I went back, my husband said he wants to meet up. So all this while it was like I'm communicating, he doesn't respond, messages, everyday messages will be all 3 years, messages, calls. I would simply do it. I would say, that I love him and all, but I would never get any response. So this time he said, it was just immediately after 2 days. So we happened to meet and all, and he said he wants to see the baby. So that time she was 3.5 years. Because he's seeing them after 2.5 years. So then we meet up, and then we go out, and he spends time with her, and that is when she is seeing literally father, physically father, and later we started communicating, and he started visiting more often visiting. So we decided to come to retreat together as a couple, even before we were united. So then we came here in February. So after the retreat is where we decided, yes, Lord has a plan for us, and we have to live together. After 4 years, we rejoined together, and it's been 2 months now. We are living together.
My name is Lucinda. I work in London, United Kingdom as a software consultant. I'm single. I've got two sisters, one sister in Cambridge, one sister in Chennai, and my parents are in Chennai. My childhood days, teenage days, until I finished my college, we had a family crisis, and because of that, I was not able to concentrate on my studies. After 12th standard, 3 years was lost in my life, and after that, by God's grace, I started doing my BSc Physics in Loyola College, Chennai. And my father had a lot of debt, and I had two sisters. And even though I was going to college, I was smiling in the back of my mind. I was having that problem like my family is facing. I did not know what to do, and my relatives and my father's friends, whoever comes to my house, I would feel that they were thinking that we are doomed as a family, and they will look down upon me, and that would hurt me a lot. And I did not know what to do, but life continued on. And I had a lot of questions regarding my future, and I had a lot of anxiety. In 1999, Father Augustine Valuran came to Loyola College for a 2-day retreat. I attended the retreat, and I felt a change in me. And then I realized I should go to Chalakudi for a retreat, and I believed that if I come to Chalakudi for a retreat, my life would change. So last week of 1999, I came to Chalakudi for the first time for a retreat in Tamil. And from the second day onwards, the preacher, I started crying a lot bitterly for my past experiences and all the pains that I was having. At every session, I would be crying. I would cry like a lot of tears. And when the preacher used to preach, I used to read the Bible. And when I get questions regarding what the preacher is preaching, I would get an answer from the Bible. And when I read the Bible, if I get a question from the Bible, the preacher would be answering that particular question. It was as if God is taking a session for me, specifically for me, and I felt that hand. And I went for the confession, I went for counseling, and then one verse that stood with me was Jeremiah 29:11. It says, I have plans for you, declare the Lord, plans to bring you hope, to prosper you. And that verse stuck with me, and after the retreat, I went home. And as soon as I went home, one of my friends came to me and asked, can you take a tuition for a 10th standard guy for a max? I readily said yes. So I went and took a tuition, and for my first salary was 1,000 rupees per month, and I did not even negotiate it. I immediately saw God's hand in it, and I continued for a year. And the final year of BSc Physics, I need to go for higher studies. I was trying to get an MCA, and because of my past experience, I was nervous and I did not know what to do. But I went and applied for all the major universities, and God was gracious enough to provide me admission in almost all the universities that I applied. And it was me who chose the place that I wanted to study. That was my God. And I chose Guindy College of Engineering, Anna University. And I successfully finished my college by God's grace. And I got a job immediately in Chennai. And within a year, God took me to UK. And over there, I've been there for 13 years now and settled over there and happy. And people who were who were putting me down started coming and asking help and suggestion from me. And this was the Lord's work. And previously, before coming to the retreat, I was a Sunday Christian. I used to go only to a mass. And after coming from the mass, that's it. And there is no relation between me and my God. But after the retreat, I took the sacramental life very seriously. I used to go for confessions and mass regularly. And previously I used to sin, and even after that I used to sin. But after the retreat, when I used to sin, I used to get a conviction immediately and used to go for confession. And because I was living that life of conviction and confession, I saw in myself, God was slowly transforming me. And little by little, all my bad habits left me. Or little by little, all my fears left me. And now I can say, God is faithful to me ever. And the sacramental life has changed my life. And He has made, previously I was a sign of mockery, but right now people have started looking up for me. And this is the work of the Lord. The Bible verse that strengthened me was Jeremiah 29:11. It says, I have a plan for you, declare the Lord, plan to prosper you, not to harm you. And this verse I specifically claimed for myself. and this has stood with me even till this day.
My name is Miss Magdalene Moti. I am brought up by Maids of the Poor. I am alone. I am a teacher. In 87, I got severe asthma attack in September month, and due to this asthma, I have suffered a lot. All the doctors have told me it is impossible that you will cure. And Manesis time especially, I used to get attack. And without oxygen, it never used to relaxation for me. Then slowly it went more serious, more serious. Homeopathic, allopathic, Ayurvedic, all the treatment I have taken. From 87 to 2000, 14 years I have suffered from my asthma. Then once I met one father, he told me it is better you go to Pota. So I came here in 2000. When I came to retreat center, I was plain black. I was not even feeling to pray, and I was getting so angry, and I was irritating, and maybe devil was pulling me, and I was getting more attack and attack. All the fathers and sisters, they brought me, they were so much worried, they put me the needle and they insulin, water, this, they have given treatment. It was not getting all right. Then second day evening, Father Augustine came to me, Augustine Valura. Then I spoke to him very frankly, everything. I shared with him. Then he said to me, whole night he prayed on me. Then after 14 years, I have made my confession. Then also not getting all right, then doctors came and told that it is better to go to UP because she is already sinking. My condition was very bad then I told Father, after this I will never come back. Then in the gate he told me, no, very soon you will be back and I will be the first one to come and see you. Okay. After going from here, nothing happened, but the condition was same. No improvement was there. Everybody at school and even doctors, everyone was mocking at me. And still I was having severe attack and all attack. I used to get 3 times that after going from Pota, I used to get 5 times, 6 times attack I was to get. And without oxygen, it was very harm. And it was coming for my job also. And they were saying, my management was saying they'll put me out jobless due to the severe attack. Could not go to school, no attend, nothing, my duty. Every month, near about 20 days, my salary, I was getting LWP, leave without pay. And when October month, 30th September, 29th was St. Michael feast, and 30th night I slept, and all of a sudden I got up, I said, hey, no asthma attack, nothing. Near about 1.5 months finished, not a single attack I got. When I spoke to doctor, 1.5 months is over, I never came to hospital, no attack. Then I went to father, my principal. I told father, see, you all were working, you already put me out from the job. See, God has blessed me. Now I'm already healed. See, 1.5 months already finished. No LWP, nothing, and regular I was for the school. Then 2001, again I came, because I promised here that I will come again. Then I am in my church, one family was there. After seeing me getting all right, many people started, no, take me. Then 2001, I brought 5 family to Pota, Divine Center. And first day, Father Augustine told me, go on the stage and say Thanksgiving. Now I'm very happy, and I don't have any problem for my job. Now I thank and praise the Lord.
I'm Amy Manesis from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. I'm recently retired. I was working for a school, St. Mary's Convent High School, Kanpur. I have 2 children. My husband is also Martin Manesis. He is also retired. 1992, we purchased a flat thinking that one salary of spouse will go as a EMI, one salary, we will be running the house. Then all of a sudden, my husband's company closed down. He had to take VRS. And to pay the EMI, we were struggling. So from my salary, half the salary was going for EMI, and with the half salary, we were running the house. Then I got an inspiration through a sister to go to Pota. So here we came in 2000 December during Christmas time, and we attended the retreat. I went for the counseling and told the the brother, all my problems. He prayed on me and said, "You are sent into that family to pray for them." Then he said, "Nothing to worry about the job. Your husband will get a job soon." So after returning from Pota to Kanpur in March only, he got a call from St. Aloysius High School, and he worked there for 16 years. During the adoration, Father called out my name that, "Amy, kingdom of heaven is with you." Then my spiritual life changed. I started reading Bible every day. I read every day. In the morning, I read Psalm 91, 23, Psalm 52. Then we say our rosary every day. We don't miss Sunday Mass, or we have Saturday and Friday adoration. We both, husband and wife, are attending that also. I thank and praise for this retreat and bring more people to divine.